Hey, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is another thriving Thursday. We are almost at Christmas. I am so excited about the holiday. Um, Christmas is my favorite holiday, so I'm super excited about that. I am Rashida Hatchett. For those of y'all who don't know me, I am the creator of Audacity to Thrive, a coaching program for women who are on the rise and ready to expand. I am so excited to talk to y'all tonight. I got something that's been on my heart for a couple of weeks, and I really want to share it because I know I'm not the only one who's in the midst of this thing that I'm dealing with. So, if y'all have been following me, you know that I have not been on for a couple of Thursdays. And I really had to take a little time and shift what I was doing because not only was it the holidays, but I had two major losses in my family in the last couple of weeks, and they hit pretty hard, one on my side, one on my husband's side. And they really hit our family hard during this time of COVID, the isolation that we've had to be under, as well as the holidays were here. So it kind of put a little bit of a damper on some things. And I needed to take some time to take care of me because I knew I can't be my best self. I can't pour out into others if I am not taking care of myself. So I also knew that there are other female entrepreneurs who are out here in this thing that we're doing in this social media world, living, dealing, breathing, and just trying to cope with everything that's happening because there's so much going on right now. So I wanted to pop on and I really wanted to talk about how we handle the holidays and grief and entrepreneurship and still find time to take care of ourselves and still find time to be in a space of gratitude, even with a lot going on. So, oftentimes, what happens for us is we are in these spaces of feeling like we have to do everything. Those of you all who are out here who are what we call solopreneurs, you are the main person running your business. You are the main person giving, doing, overseeing all the things that need to happen. And sometimes when life happens, it really puts a crook in the plan. When you're a solopreneur, you're the one who's doing the stuff. You're the one who is making sure that everything that needs to happen for your business is happening. But when life happens, when you're dealing with grief, when you lose someone you love, when you find yourself on COVID quarantine, all of those things that have currently become a part of our new normal, as well as just the regular everyday life, being a solopreneur can feel like you are truly solo, like you're siloed, you're all alone. Sometimes you find yourself solo on the totem pole of things that need to get done. But there's real strategy in how you cope. And so, as I sat in making some hard decisions as some things and some goals that I really wanted to get done by the end of the year, we're going to have to wait because I needed to give myself time to grieve. I needed to give myself time to just sit in the loss of my loved ones. I needed to give myself time to just say, you get to take your cape off. You get to sit and just do nothing. And that's okay. As I did that, and as I began to kind of come into this place of, I feel like I've had some time and I'm ready to talk about it. I haven't posted anything on social media about it because I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to tell the world that I was grieving. I just was in a place of wanting to keep that for me. I didn't really want to have the obligation of saying, thank you for your kind remarks. I appreciate your condolences. I just didn't have the energy. So I decided that I was going to just not say anything and I would wait until I was ready to share kind of all that came to me during this time. And kind of the way that these two um, uh, deaths happened where they were about 2 weeks apart. So I was in the throes of one, and then the other came, and it rocked our household. Um, and I really wanted to just sit with that. I wanted to just say, Rashida, what's happening for you? And I did that. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how you do that, because I know that I'm not the only one. I've watched my timeline, and there are so many people who are currently in the space of grieving. They're in this space of loss has happened. And when we get to the holidays, it's usually a time where we see and remember all of those who we've lost, not just the more recent ones, but also people in our past, people who we lost years ago that we are still grieving, and it makes us miss them even more. So, as you're in the space of dealing with that, and then more happens, it can create this space of really feeling alone. And as you're running a business and trying to do that on your own, sometimes it can really feel like you are alone. So, there are three things that kind of came out of this time for me as I've been away and doing a lot more self reflection. And the first one was I took the time to rest when my body said rest. There were days where I was in the middle of working. I needed to get a speaker application out to a place. I needed to respond to people who were asking me questions about my coaching program. I needed to do one-on-ones with my coaching clients, right? There were days where there were things that I had to do, but my body was just telling me, you need to rest. And I began to listen. And part of that was because I was holding myself accountable to what I teach the women inside of Audacity to Thrive. I teach the women inside of Audacity to Thrive to listen to their bodies, to listen to their mind. And when you're tired, rest. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, you have to be at your best in order to give to others. The other part of that is you'll find that you're making quite a few mistakes when your body says, I'm tired, or when your mind just says, I'm tired, and you decide that you're just going to power through, right? You just want to get it done. And you'll find that you begin to make mistakes, and things that you thought you had done or done correctly, you go back and look at them after you're rested, and you find all of these errors, and you're like, oh my gosh, I spent all this time doing this to try and get it done, and it wasn't quite right. And part of that, especially when you commingle grief into that, is because you can't focus really well. When you're tired, when you're emotionally overwhelmed, your focus wavers. And things that you might have thought you were getting done, you really aren't getting done, and you're going to have to do them again, or pay closer attention to the details the second time around. So resting when your body says, I'm done. I've given it everything I have at this moment. I'm going to take a nap. That's the part that puts us in this space of, I'm putting me first. This is the getting back to you in the midst of what all is going on during the holidays, what all is going on for you personally, is to be able to say, look, I'm going to rest. My body says rest. My mind says rest. That's what I'm going to do in this moment, because I can't be my best self unless I take a break and deal with what's happening, right? We can only grow our businesses to where our personal capacity is. And sometimes in life, things happen and your personal capacity shifts. What I was ready for 3-4 weeks ago wasn't the same after I got that first phone call that I had lost a loved one. I was no longer at a place of my personal capacity being able to take on something else. So I had to begin to close things out because I couldn't take on anything else. Your personal capacity will always dictate where your business is going to grow and what you're going to be able to do and take on. And so the sooner you get clear about understanding where you are personally and what your personal capacity is really doing right now, the easier it is, excuse me, the easier it is for you to understand that you may very well be in a place where you can't take on anymore and you need to rest. Oh, excuse me. I got something in my throat. So that was the first thing for me. Really understanding that I deserved a break. I needed a break. And a break was what was going to take me to my next level, because I had decided that my personal capacity was such that I needed to close out what I was doing and not take on anymore. I had to give myself the opportunity to take my cape off and to grieve, and to give myself that room to do that in the midst of planning for the holidays, in the midst of the jovial and beauty that the holiday season brings. And so I had to give myself the opportunity to say, hey, I have all this stuff to do. I love to decorate for the holidays. So that was on my list. And so it was like, I need to do that because I know it makes me feel good. And I need to spend some time, with my feelings about the loss that I had experienced. And then when the second loss came and we had lost another loved one, I really got to this place of I have to kind of shut some things down so that I can give myself the proper amount of time. So resting when your body says rest. Take your cape off. You deserve it. The other thing is, I shared with my clients what was happening. When I needed to rest, sometimes there were things that I had to do. And so in those things, I shared with my clients what was happening. And here's what I want y'all to understand about sharing with your clients who you're in the middle of creating plans and projects and things with. Those people who are currently connected to you, you've already built the know, like, and trust with them. They know you, they like you, they trust you. They will understand when you say, I've been hit with some not so fun things, and life has given me some things that I really need to just sort out and manage today. Can we reschedule? Right? They will understand. Your clients will give you that grace when you choose to share. So though I didn't share publicly what was happening, the people inside of Audacity to Thrive, they knew what was happening. Those women who I work closely with, they knew what was going on with me. Sometimes as the CEO, we feel like we're not supposed to share what's happening with us. We're coaching women, we're coaching people to be their best. We can't be sharing that we're in a space of breakdown. But the truth is that the people who you are connected to you because of you. They want your authenticity. Most of the time, they need your guidance in showing them that this is how you care for yourself when life is happening, and so is your business or work. You take the time to care for yourself. They'll understand that. They trust you, and you have given them so much value before the bad stuff happened in your life where you needed to take a break. Lean into that. I knew that the women inside of my container would understand, and so I shared that. And when I had to move things, they got it. Not one of them said, no, I need you right now. They understood where I was at. And part of that was the value that I had already given. As a solopreneur, you've given so much value to the women who you are working with or the people that you're working with. They will get it if you need to take a break. So prioritize yourself. Prioritize saying, this is what I need in order for me to be okay. And part of doing that is sharing with the people around you, the people you're working with, your business besties, what's going on. They'll get it. And the third thing that really resonated with me in this time was finding enjoyment in so many things, right? Finding enjoyment in the outdoors. Finding enjoyment for me was decorating for the holidays and sitting down and just sitting in my living room with my lights and enjoying that. It helped me to move through some of the things that I was feeling, some of the grief that I was happening with the loss that I had experienced, and then the grief of some past losses and people who are no longer here, and how the holidays kind of brings that all back to me every year, right? So I decided that I was going to be grateful and I was going to find gratitude in so many other things so that I could keep myself feeling good. I didn't want to just kind of stay feeling sad. And so part of that was looking around to say, I'm so very grateful. And the two people that I lost, they lived wonderful lives. And I had to be grateful for that they had the opportunity to live these wonderful lives. Did my business stop? No, it didn't. Nothing bad happened. My clients understood. The vendors that I work with understood. They knew what was going on and they got it. Nothing stopped because I needed to take time. And that's the true importance in this conversation I wanted to have with y'all, is that the world's not going to stop. You're not going to lose a bunch of clients. They will understand. Part of why they'll understand is because we've all been through it. We've all had to grieve the loss of a loved one. We've all had to grieve what we thought life was going to be like, or what we thought the holiday was going to be like. We've all had to do that before. They will understand. Take that time to acknowledge your own feelings, to check in with yourself and to see, where am I at? How am I feeling? And then share that with the people who you need to, so that you can reschedule or move things to different dates, move things to the new year, whatever that looks like for you. They'll get it. So one of the things that I did is I had a year in review snippet. It's like a 1-minute snippet of what my year looked like. I had it made. And part of that was really to remind myself that though I was in the throes of life and things were happening, there was still so much to be grateful for. There was so much for me to be excited about. So I want to share that video with y'all because why not? So I am going to play this video for you all, and I cannot wait for you guys to see this. So give me just a moment while I cue this thing up so that you guys can see this video, and let me know what you think. I'm super excited to see what y'all think about this video. Here we go. So that was my year in review, you all. That was some of all things that have happened throughout 2021. There was a lot that wasn't fun, but there was so much beauty inside of it as well. So I just wanted to pop on and share that with you all. I thank y'all for being here with me. Those of you guys who are on, hey, say hello. If you're watching the replay, hit replay. Let me know that you're here. And I truly hope that if you are someone who is where I'm at, holidays are here, you are working your business and you find yourself in this place of needing to grieve because there's some loss that you've experienced. I truly hope that this video helps you to prioritize yourself, helps you to understand that your business will still be standing, it will be there, and helps you to know that you're not alone. There are others of us who are right here in this space, and we are moving right alongside of you. So if you found some, if you found some value in this, let me know. Let me know. And if I can support you in any way, please let me know. Let me know what you need. And if it's a prayer, if it's to keep you lifted, please just let me know. Put it in the comments, and I will absolutely add you to my list of people. Again, I thank you for being here on this Thriving Thursday. Be audacious. Bye.